Hi everyone, welcome to TSAM Digital. My name's Amy and today I'm joined by Alexander Stumpfegger, who is the Chief Sales Officer at CID. So welcome Alex, great to have you.
Hi, welcome. Yeah.
So of course you're one of our sponsors for the Summit for Asset Management East Coast, which will be on the 6th of October in New York. So we thought it'd be nice to have you here just to get a little insight into your company. You could tell us a little bit about what CID is doing and specifically dive into ESG investing. So just to start with, could you give us a little overview about yourself, Alex, and also tell us a little bit about what thematic investing is and what your company does?
Sure, thank you. Well, I've been in software business for more than 20 years now. We've been focusing on the digitization of business processes in companies. And over the past 15 years, we have especially focused on leveraging artificial intelligence to improve processes even further. And over the past 4 years, we have specifically focused on financial services, asset managers, wealth managers, to leverage our AI technology specifically in this field. And we see a great value in what we call thematic intelligence, which is all about enriching the typical fundamental and quantitative data sets that are in everyday use at asset and wealth managers, to enrich those with what we call qualitative data, which is derived from unstructured, primarily text data like news, filings, and so on, to stop being blind on this sort of qualitative data asset that we have, and to support asset and wealth managers make better investment decisions.
That's fantastic. So could you tell us a little bit more about these data sets? So what kind of quantitative data we're talking about, what type of qualitative, and how they kind of merge together in your platform? So what those outcomes are for an asset manager or wealth manager who's actually using this platform?
Sure. So, typically, asset wealth managers work with quantitative market data. They, especially those that we work especially with fundamental data, information about companies, their revenues, the products and services they offer, which industry sectors they are based in, etc. But again, there's so much additional insight available from like the news. What is a company currently innovating in? What new products and services do they offer? If you think about thematic investing specifically, it is very difficult sometimes to find the appropriate industry sector for a certain field of investment interest. My standard example is digital healthcare. It's been around for many years already, but still there is no industry sector for digital healthcare. So how to find the proper companies to invest in? And this is where this qualitative data set can really help to find the right players, the companies truly exposed to digital healthcare as a theme. And we leverage AI to capture like millions of news stories, to automatically process them, to derive insights from them, and this way to find out in a highly scalable, highly automated way, to find out who are the true digital healthcare players. And this can be done with any theme, not just digital healthcare, like battery recycling technology or the metaverse. These are currently quite hot topics. And talking about battery recycling as an example, this also shows how this has an angle with regards to ESG. It's not just about finding companies along very standardized ESG ratings or rankings. It's also about digging deeper, finding out in a lot more detail if a company is innovating in a certain ESG-related field, such as battery recycling technology, for instance. And this is really where thematic investing, thematic intelligence, qualitative data all gets together. And as the AI automatically processes all that information and extracts like the companies exposed to such a theme, it can already map these companies to standard sets of fundamental company data to identify the right ticker symbols or ISINs or other sorts of IDs, which then ultimately makes it possible to combine this data with the fundamental and the quantitative data you get from most like terminal products.
That's fantastic. Really great overview there, and some really nice examples, as you mentioned, about, bacteria and the batteries. So really good, I think, specific examples, because we often talk about ESG from a broad, point of view, which could mean any company that's sort of remotely ticking those boxes, but really nice, innovative examples, as you say. On that note then, so how have firms traditionally been doing thematic investing? Because I know it's quite a new approach to investment strategy, but without AI, how have they been doing it up until now? Because obviously it sounds quite efficient. How do you find these innovative companies, that you can add to your portfolio?
Yeah. I mean, actually, it's been around for quite a while, but only to a very limited extent, because that's exactly to what you just said. It always meant lots of manual work and effort to sift through all those data sets and to find the companies, to work along non-traditional industry sector classification. So lots of work for investment analysts and equity research analysts. And you can see that especially very large asset managers are quite successful in offering such products, because they have the means and the teams and everything to run through these effort-heavy tasks. Now, again, having AI being able to provide self-service tools to portfolio managers, to investment analysts, enabling them to model a theme really quick and have the AI do the heavy data lifting for them, providing them with an actionable list of companies, of equities. They can then screen and apply additional filters based on their strategic asset allocation. This turns this into a lot more efficient, a lot more scalable process. So a lot more asset managers can run thematic investment strategies today, leveraging AI as kind of an efficiency and capability booster.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like it makes sense to me, because, as you say, the smaller firms don't even have the resources to do this manually anyway. And even for the larger ones, it's just much more quicker and efficiently to get technology to do it for them. So I think it's a winner for all size firms, really, and to help us get to our ESG goals in the future with all these exciting companies coming out. So I think that's a really nice insight into what you're doing, Alex. And obviously we're delighted to have you at TSAM East Coast, so you can kind of delve into this in a little bit more detail, tell us a bit more about thematic investing. But thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone for watching.